Hey art friends, welcome to today's how-to. Today we'll be learning how to draw Tiggy Tiger from Poppy Playtime 3. So first let's get started by coming down, and in the center of our page we're going to move further over to the left, and we're going to curve this line around and then across for our nose. Connecting this together on the bottom now, on the left hand side we're going to draw an arch line that dips down in the center, bringing that back up on the right. To the right hand side now we're going to curve this line up, bringing that down. And then we'll do the same on the left, ending that at roughly the same height. From here now at the point, we're going to curve a small line that arches in on either side. And now starting at that point again, we're going to curve this line down, making that a bit longer. Starting at the point again, we're going to curve this back in. And as we do this, we're going to come further in. So again, we're going to curve another line that comes down. And then again, we're going to curve that in towards the center. Closing off the bottom of the face now, on the left-hand side, we're going to curve this line all the way down and then in towards the middle. And then we'll do the same thing on the right-hand side. Closing off the rest of the mouth now, starting on the right-hand side of our nose, we're going to curve this line around and then up. And then flipping over towards the left, we'll replicate that. Starting on the outside line now, at that point there, we're going to curve this line around, in towards the middle. And then flipping over to the left-hand side, we'll replicate that. In the middle for the tongue now, we're going to arch this line across towards the left. And then moving just up above that, we're going to curve that around and then down. Let's frame in the top of our head now. So in the center, we're going to curve this line up, bringing that back down on the left. And then starting in the center again, we're going to curve that up and then bringing that back down on the right. For the eyebrows now, on the right-hand side, we're going to curve this line up and then down. Flipping over to the left, leaving a small gap, we'll replicate that. Let's draw in our eyes now. So coming towards the right of our nose, we're going to arch this line up and down. And then flipping over to the left, leaving a small gap in the center again, we'll replicate that. Closer towards the left-hand side now, on our right eye, we're going to draw in a small oval. And then we'll do the same thing, lining that up at the same height as we come across on the left. In the middle now, on the top, we're going to draw in a long letter U. And then on either side of that, we'll replicate that, just making it slightly shorter. Let's draw in our ears now. So on the inside, on the top, we're going to curve this up, further out. Coming over to the left, we'll bring this up, arching that out, and then in. Starting back on that top line now, we're going to curve this around, in, and then down. And then we'll do the same on the left, arching that around, in, and then down. Let's replicate the shape as we come inside the ear now. So moving further down, we're going to bring this up, across, and in towards the center. And then dropping further down again, we'll replicate that, bringing that up, across, and then back in towards the middle. Let's draw in the rest of our body now. So on the left-hand side for the torso, we're going to curve this line around and then in. And then flipping over towards the right, we'll replicate that, ending that at the same height. In the middle of this now, we're going to draw a small curved line from left to right. And now let's close off our legs. So on the left-hand side, we're going to arch this line around and then down. Flipping over to the right, we'll replicate that. Moving further across now, we're going to curve this line out on either side, ending that at the same height. And then we're going to curve this line around and then up, connecting that together to close off the bottom of our leg. For the feet now, starting on that inside line, we're going to curve this line out on either side, extending that past our leg. And then starting at that point, we're gonna curve this line up and then in. Moving over towards the inside now, we're going to draw 2 curved lines that arch in towards the center. And we'll do the same thing on the left. Let's draw in the 4-leaf clover in the middle now. So starting at a point, we're gonna put a little dot in the middle. To the right of this, we're gonna curve this up and then in. And then we'll do the same thing on the right, connecting that together to make a small heart. Starting back in the center now, we're gonna curve that around and then in. And then starting in the center again, we're gonna curve that around and then in. Moving across again, starting in the middle, we're gonna curve that line around and then in to make another heart. And then starting in the center again, replicating that, curving that around, connecting that. One last time now, starting in the middle, we're gonna curve this line up and then in. And then one more time on the left, curving that around and then in. And starting from the middle, we're gonna draw a diagonal line that comes out into each one. Now we're going to draw a diagonal line up towards our chin on either side. Let's close off the center of the torso now. So on the left-hand side, we're gonna curve this line around and then in. And then we'll do the same thing on the right-hand side. To the right of this now, we're gonna arch this line around and then in. We'll do the same thing on the left. Dropping below this, we're gonna curve that out and then in. And then one more time on the left. Moving further down in our legs now, we're gonna curve this line across. Flipping over to the left, we'll replicate that. Dropping below again, we're gonna curve this across. And then again, one more time on the left. Let's draw on our right arm now. So on the top, we're gonna curve this line across. Stepping further down, we'll replicate that, curving that out. Starting on the side now, we're going to draw 3 fingers. So we're going to draw 3 sideways ovals. Stepping below that, we're going to start on that bottom line, curving that around and then in. And then dropping below that again one more time, we're going to curve that around and then in. On the bottom of this now, we're going to curve this line up, connecting that towards our bottom line. And now for our thumb, we're going to start in the center, curving this line up, arching this down, across, and then in. Let's draw on the stripes now. So we're gonna draw a curved line as we come down. Stepping beside this, we'll replicate that. Moving across again. One more time. And then one last time as we come across, we're just gonna curve this line from top to bottom. Let's draw on our left arm now. So on the left-hand side, we're gonna arch this line out, bending it at the elbow, bringing that in. Stepping over towards the inside now, we're gonna curve this line out, back in. On the top, we're gonna curve this line across to close off the wrist. Moving underneath this now, we're gonna curve a small line from left to right. Moving up higher now, we're gonna curve this line around and then in. Dropping below this, we're gonna curve this line across. And now from here, we're gonna draw the stripes again. So we're gonna curve this line up. Stepping just slightly across in the corner, we're gonna curve this line up again. Leaving a small gap as we come up down, we're gonna curve this line out. And then one more time on the bottom, we're gonna curve this out again. Lastly, we're just going to draw in our tail. So on the right-hand side, on the top, let's curve this line up, in, and then across. Starting on the bottom, moving further down, we're gonna curve this line out, in, back out, blending it in towards that top line. We're gonna leave quite a big gap here now. So we're gonna curve this line across. And then like we did on the rest of the body, we're just gonna draw the stripes. So we're gonna move further down, another curved line. Stepping down again, arching that across. Moving down now, top to bottom. Leaving another small gap, replicating that. And then one last time. And that is it. That's how you draw Tiggy Tiger from Poppy Playtime. You can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thanks so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I will see you all on the next one.